I've got all these games and consoles and everything behind me, but are they for me or for somebody else? Let's talk about it.
He did that.
What's going on, you guys? Your boy Black Ranger here, and welcome back for another week of BlakRanger's Blerd Life, where we explore everything blerd, nerd, retro, nostalgia, just fun related. We just here to have a good time and just go out and have fun, y'all. So this week, didn't do any game hunting, but it got me thinking about my game collection. Had family over this past weekend, had a great time, eating, playing pool, playing video games, and then my niece out of nowhere was like, "Why do you have so many games?" And I sat back and thought, and the only thing I could say was, I'm a collector. I collect them. But then I had to think to myself, why am I collecting? Am I collecting for me? Am I collecting for other people to have fun? Or am I collecting things because other people are telling me that's what I have to have? There are a lot of times in the game community and things like that where people like, if you're a gamer, you gotta have this in your collection. If you're a collector, you gotta have this in your collection. And that kind of takes some of the joy out of what we do in this community. Just out here having fun, going out in the wild, thrift stores, swap meets, flea markets, just looking for deals, looking for ways to have fun and looking to build our collection with things that we want. That's the biggest thing that I think a lot of people forget about. It's nice to have a large collection of things for people to see, but it's different when you have a nice collection of things that you want. If it's fun to you, get it. If you see something you like, oh, that looks kind of cool, but I don't really need it, you don't need it. But if you see something you like, oh man, I see everybody pick this up, I gotta get it. You don't. You don't have to you don't have to get it. You can have whatever you want. You can get whatever you want. Make your collection your collection. It has to be a passion. If you're collecting just to collect, you're losing some of the passion, which means you're losing a lot of the fun, which means you're gonna stop doing it after a while. Going out to the Goodwills and the thrift stores, I have a great time. I try to record most of it. Sometimes I don't get to get any of the footage because I'm in and out, but it's just out there having fun. And find myself now picking up a lot of things because I'm there and I'm like, well, I can't leave empty handed, but I can. I should. I don't have to keep buying things. A lot of stuff on my shelves behind me, the games, a lot of them I play. A lot of them I've had since I was a child, a teenager, young adult. I've had a lot of these, but a lot of it I've gotten through trades and deals or thrift stores because it was there. Because I'm like, oh, people like this game, I should get it. Now, that's one thing. If you know you're going to have people over, which I do often, I want to have things that they want to play. I want to have things so they can have a good time, which makes them want to come back. Now, I'm not going to let them burn up my electricity all the time, but me and my wife like to entertain. And when they come down into the man cave or the Blerd cave, I want them to have a good time. People come in and say, it's dangerous being down here because I forget what time it is. Time just goes by. Me and my boy Matt, who you all see in a lot of the videos, Matt the Prince, shout out to him. He'll come over, we'll sit and play games, we'll sit and play pool and look up and it's 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and both of us have to get up for work the next day. It's bad, but it's a good thing. You want to be somewhere where you can have fun and you're enjoying it. And a lot of the stuff I have fun with it, I enjoy it. But the rest of the stuff I have because I see other people getting it and I'm like, oh, I should have this. I shouldn't. I don't have to. And that's one of the big things about collecting for yourself or collecting for others. Now, there's also another category of collecting for others and collecting to impress others. You don't have to impress anyone. If you're happy with it, that's all that matters. People are gonna hate or love it, either one. You can't control what they think, but you can control how you feel about your collection and what you have. I love my collection, and going through this week, not going out and looking through it, it's like, oh wow, I do have things in here that I'm never gonna play. I've never played, and I don't think anybody who comes through is going to play. But I just keep it because I want to see a large number of things in my collection. Now, here's the big thing. Once you get to that point, you have to make the decision to say, I'm collecting for clout or to impress others, to make my collection look big. So now I have to turn these games that I don't want into things that I do want. And that's the great thing about the retro game community. You can have things, if you pick up stuff because you're like, oh, other people like this, I see them with it all the time, sell it, trade it, use what you get to get what you want. You don't have to keep it just to have a large amount of things. Whether it takes, 3 or 4 games for you to get one, but that's 3 or 4 games that you're not gonna play for one game that you're gonna love. So you gotta do that. So now that we got that first part out the way, we're gonna jump into how to turn those things that you don't want, or the things that you just pick up because you see others having it that you don't need. We're gonna show you how to turn those into things that you want. Let's get into it. Let's get it. All right, you guys, so let's check it out. I've got all this stuff that I've been picking up for weeks, and a lot of it I've had for a while and just say, I'm gonna sell it, I'm gonna put it up on eBay, and haven't done it yet. That's procrastination. That will deter you from getting the things that you really want. So I have to buckle down and actually get this stuff on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, do something to where I can turn it into something that I want. So let's just go through some of the stuff, Now, some of these things I do enjoy, Guitar Hero. I love Guitar Heroes. It's my favorite game. But how many Guitar Heroes do I need? I don't have to have all of them. I play World Tour, Legends of Rock most of the time. Guitar Hero 2 was great, but I don't have to have it. But I know that this could be a good profit. Just like DJ Hero. Now, it's DJ Hero for PS3. I have DJ Hero on the Wii. I don't need it on PS3 too. A lot of people do have games for every system, but that's not me. So I could take this DJ Hero, which I know can fetch good money, or at least the dongle for it, and sell that so I can get something else I like. Now, a lot of this stuff here has been either through Goodwill, Thrift, or Video Games Monthly. I have everything separated right now. Now, don't get me wrong. As I said, GoldenEye 007, one of my favorite games, but I have 2 copies of it now, thanks to Matt the Prince. And anytime I get something from him and I flip it, I like to give him, some of the profit, because it's his game. But even though he says, nah, I gave it to you, you doing the work, nah, man, we buddies, we gonna do it. So I got different stuff here. 1080 Snowboard, I have 2 copies of it. Hey You Pikachu, it's not worth a lot, but it's worth more than just sitting on my shelf and I'm not gonna play it. WWF Warzone and WWF Attitude. Now those 2 are fun games. I may keep them, but who knows? Mario Paint. I don't have the paint pad, so why should I keep it? But I picked this up at a yard sale. I can get rid of that. Nintendo Land. I have it downloaded on my Wii U, so I don't need a physical copy. Some people like to have the physical copy to show it off, but I don't need that. Then, we have all this stuff here. Look at all this. These are all PS2 games. All PS2. Some of them are duplicates because I get them from the thrift or Video Games Monthly, but some of them are duplicates. Look, another copy of Guitar Hero 2. Now, this one is not, I don't even think this is really Guitar Hero 2. We will have to find out. It's not. It's NBA Live 07. So this is, I could keep the case, but NBA Live 07, I could say that it's not going to fetch a lot, but it's going to do more with me trading it. Find you a good game store that offers good trade deals. Anything. It could be a, video store, a game store, whatever, but something that offers good deals. All these PS3 games. Just drop one. And that's just the Need for Speed, I know a lot of these are worth good money, and I just have them sitting here. Some of these things I got in bundles, and I knew I wasn't going to need them. or want them, but they're just all here. These are worth good money. Just Dance, especially Disney Party and Disney Party 2 and Just Dance. I think it's 4 on the Wii is worth good money. But you got to know, if you're going to be out there just buying stuff, you got to know what it's worth. If it's not worth anything to you, just know the value of it monetary wise, so you can get a good flip for it. You know, I paid $2 and $3 for all this stuff, so for me to be able to take it and flip it, it's not hard. DVDs, some DVDs are worth money. This was on TV all day on Sunday actually, which is funny. I paid $2 for it, and it sells for about $12 or $13. That's a good profit, you know, after eBay fees or anything like that. You know, I'm still looking at $8 to $10, so I can add that in with the rest of these. All these are worth, you know, $8 to $10. Now this is actually for the house. I just have it sitting up here. You know, I do have a pile of stuff just for the house. These dolls, Alf, about $30, $35. This Lunette from Big Comfy Couch, $60, and it still talks. I need to replace the battery so you can understand what it's saying, but it still talks. I paid $4 for that. I have yet to list it from procrastination. You got to get out of your own way, get out of your own head, and flip these things. I love Game Gear. Do I still need one? I want one, but do I need it? I don't need it, but I want it for the collection. So these two I probably will keep. You know, I got them for pretty cheap. Why not keep them? But if it comes down to it, I can flip it. I don't have to have it. You know, I have tons of Game Gear games already. This is a duplicate. I don't need 2 of those. You know, this PS3 we saw in my last video, I picked this up at the thrift with Guitar Hero and DJ Hero. I don't necessarily need a PS3, and it works. I paid $20. I can still get about $80 to $90 for it. So why not flip it? Take the things that you have, turn them around, and get stuff that you want. I had one game that I had that was worth about $118. I traded it to someone for 4 games they had and didn't even want those 4 games, put them on eBay and made about $150. So you can take what you have to get what you want. You know, I don't need this Naruto figure. I don't need it. It would probably look cool on the shelf, but I want to save my shelf for things that I really want. This pile of stuff is stuff I'm keeping. This actually just came in from eBay. I found the case for this in the Goodwill about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and found the game online for $1.91. And it's cool because it does have the not for resale on it. So that's pretty cool. But all this stuff, you know, videos and things I picked up at the thrift, stuff that my brother-in-law gave me. But I can flip these. I'm keeping this stuff, but I can flip all of this and turn, you know, looking at it, it's probably about 40 games and some stuff. I may have spent, this might be $120 worth of me spending that I could turn into potentially $400, but I'm just too lazy to do it. So stop being lazy, get out of your own way, get the stuff out there and turn it into something you want. So remember that when you're out looking for stuff and you're finding it, don't just get it because you're like, oh, I gotta have it in a collection. Some of these things are things that people are like, oh, you gotta have it in there, especially with these Xbox 360 games. Oh, you gotta have it. I don't, because it's not my passion. So if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna turn it into something I want. All right, let's get it, y'all. All right, guys, so there you have it. You know, I have a lot of stuff that I ended up getting just because I saw it, thought it would be worth something. Some of it is. Some of it I got because I'm like, oh, other people have this, I should have it. I shouldn't. Or I should be able to get it and send it to somewhere where somebody else wants it. I don't have everything in my area, so sometimes I gotta find it in other areas, get it shipped here. I can do the same for other people. The retro gaming community is amazing. If you find the right people, build friendships, you can find people who have stuff that you want, and you may have stuff they want. Make trades, make deals. Just get out here, have fun. Build your collection for yourself. Build it to your passion and make it to be what you want it to be. That way you can really enjoy it and have fun. Because if you're not having fun with it, what's the point of having it? Right? You got to think about that. So that does it for this week's episode of The Blerd Life. I hope you enjoyed some of the information that was put out there. I know we usually up and having fun showing videos of the stores and everything, but this week's a little different. I had to sit back and think to myself, why am I doing this? I'm doing it for the right reason for me, but some of it in the back of my mind, I'm still like, I gotta have these things because others say I do. I don't, and I won't. Gonna get back to it. We're gonna have fun. I got these Saturday morning cartoons playing in the background. About to probably watch some of these, and hopefully I'll see you back here next week for another episode of The Blerd Life. Make sure you put down in the comments, if you are a collector, are you collecting for yourself, or are you collecting for others to have fun, or are you collecting to impress others? It's probably one of the three, but if you're passionate about it, do what makes you happy. All right, so put down there what you're doing, and I should have this month's video games monthly box coming in this week. So next week we'll be able to review that and see what I got. That's always pretty fun, and actually gonna get out and do some hunting. So we'll have some of that for next week. So hope you guys enjoy yourself. It's September now. The year's moving quickly. Make sure you're staying safe, having fun, loving up on your friends and family, because you never know when's going to be the last time. All right, you guys. So, Black Ranger out. Let's get it.